Hi, I'm Tom Morello, and this is why I love Star Trek. Well, it began with Gene Roddenberry's vision, the smarts and the humanity and the sci-fi geekiness are three things that I love a lot. I didn't really grow up on Star Trek. I discovered it when I was, unemployed living in Hollywood in the mid-'80s. There was a lot of time to be up late watching Star Trek reruns. But then it was really the next generation that cemented my love. Like Jean-Luc Picard was one of my all-time favorite characters. The intellect and the television show can be that smart, can also be set in a science fiction way and yet have such humanity about it.
What a piece of work is man. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty.
And Jean-Luc and I look a little alike. I'm sort of like the black version of him, is how I see myself. The original Star Trek series was a social experiment on film. It had the first interracial kiss in the history of television. The bridge had at the time the Cold War was raging, and yet there was a Russian, some from Russia, some from the United States. There were aliens in Mr. Spock. It was the harmonious picture of what the world could be, though they did have a lot of conflict and perhaps some Kirk might have had one or two Me Too moments along the way when you look at those episodes, which is a little bit like, okay, bro. But the series really was very forward-looking in that regard. And the fact that it was only 2.5 years long, was canceled, and sort of enjoyed this life afterwards, I think really sort of speaks to the genius of the original idea. I had the good fortune to be in a couple of Star Trek episodes. I think the first one might have been the movie Insurrection, where I played a sonar. I was like 5 hours of makeup. You have to get there, drive to arrive at 3 a.m. to sit in makeup for 5 hours. Now I'm with some other sonar who are just regular actor fellas who could care less about what they're in, and so they're like grumbling about being there, and I'm excited like it's Christmas morning. I'm like, we're here, guys, to get our makeup on to be in Star Trek. Isn't that awesome? During the day, we were all in this crazy makeup, and nobody knew that I was in a band or anything like that. So the other sonar were grumbling, and they kept wondering why the cast was coming up to this particular sonar alien and asking them questions and pounding like, what's wrong with that guy? Why is that guy getting singled out? Then they found out that I was in a band, and the rest of the day they were all handing me demo tapes. In Voyager, I was in an episode called The Good Shepherd, where I had a speaking role, and I've never, there's times you can imagine the most nervous you've ever been in your life about an anticipatory moment, and certainly that where I'm about to say words in Star Trek was one of them.
Crewman Mitchell, how have you been?
Never better, ma'am. Yourself?
Not bad.
Captain Janeway was very gentle with me and sort of helped me through the scene, and it convinced me that on the one hand, I may not want to quit my day job as a guitar player, but I feel honored to be part of the Star Trek pantheon.